This is for all the directors who are working a lot of hours and not sure how to reduce that. Okay. And you're watching your family struggle, you're watching your time, your health struggle because you can't get to the gym, all that stuff. True story happened about 2 weeks ago. A client of mine, he was working like say 70-hour weeks. And the first thing we did a couple of months ago is got him a separate personal phone from his work phone so that even if it's only half the week, his managers can carry the work phone. He's got a separate personal phone. That put him back about 10, 12 hours, maybe 15 hours a week. That's great. But he still feels pulled in 7 different directions. I'm like, well, where's your time going? And he was showing me a lot of his time was going into building the connections and keeping the connections alive with his staff and with his clients. And so we looked at that. It's like he has hundreds of clients and he's got dozens of staff. And he showed me that every 4 times a year, he will phone every single one of his participants or clients just to have a chat, just to stay in contact with them, even though he's not the one directly servicing them, because he wants to be the face of the business. And 4 times a year, he'll phone every single one of his staff. And he must have, 70 staff. I hate to think how many staff he's got. So he's told me, great, he's saved 15 hours a week by not carrying the work phone the whole time. So he's not always having to respond to dramas. But what about how you're allocating your time? We've dealt with the time that was being stolen, but what about the time that you're giving? Why are you putting all this time into holding these relationships? Particularly if you don't have contact with these staff members and if you don't have contact with these clients. And he's like, but it's my business. I should be the one in doing that. And so we pulled back and we went, all right, maybe that's true, but what if you only phone the participants who are in the top 20% of how much they spend? Okay. Your clients or participants list of them, you number them one, say to 100, pretend there's only 100, and the top 20 of them, they're the ones you phone, and then delegate the phoning of the other 80 to someone else. And he's like, wow, that's so cool. Because remember the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, which is that the top 20% of anything you do is going to produce 80% of the results anyway. So now he's got rid of the ultra time consuming task that was not really yielding much. And then what about your staff? Same thing. So he's looking at the top 20% of his staff. He'll have a conversation with them each of them 4 times a year, even though they've got their own supervisors or whatever. He wants to feel connected. Sure. Feel connected and be connected with your top performers, your leaders of leaders. And then for the rest, maybe call them once a year, maybe not even that. So as a result of this decision, like really my job is just go, here's what you could do. And he latched onto it and he realized, oh my goodness, I can apply the 80-20 rule to the time I'm putting into my clients, to the time I'm putting in my staff. He's so excited. And then he went and found a whole stack of other spots in life where the 80-20 rule applies. Why am I telling you this? It's because you and I are in control of our own time. But as our business grows, we can't keep doing what we used to do when we only had 10 clients and 3 staff. Things have to change. The system you built that was ideal for maintaining contact with those 10 clients and 3 staff 4 or 5 years ago, life has moved on. And honestly, your staff and your clients don't need you to phone them if they've got someone else looking after them. So we've got to be in control of our own time. What's he going to do with all this spare time he's got? I don't know. Is he going to walk the dog? Is he going to take his kids to the beach? But whatever it is, it'll be time he chose to spend. So if this is helpful for you, please let me know. If it's not helpful for you, maybe skip the next one.